VPN, Azure Virtual Private Networks. This is a very important concept in Azure. So whenever you will try to connect from one gateway to another gateway, you will require the virtual private network. So we'll discuss it in the details with some practical parts and where you can see that how actually exactly it has been created. Before that, this theory part is very important. So what is a VPN? Okay, so obviously if it is a VPN, then it should be encrypted tunnel, right? So it connects trusted private networks over an untrusted network, that is public internet. And what is the purpose? The purpose is very simple: securely share sensitive information between networks. Now, VPN gateways, you should know what type of connectivity is there. So the first one is site to site. Now, what is that site to site or S2S VPN? It's something when you are trying to connect to gateway, right? Uh, for example, from your on-prem network, you are connecting your Azure one, right? Or another example you can take, if you are using Azure, you want to connect with your Google Cloud, right? So that is site to site, where you are connecting two gateways. Now second one is the point to site, you can see here. Now this point to site VPN generally we use when someone is a remote at remote work, right? For that we use the point to site. Network to network, this is something VNet to VNet we can say. So this is used when you want to connect two regions basically. For example, one region is in India and one region in something you can say US, right? So if you want to connect both, you can use VNet to VNet, that is a network to network. Okay. Now there is some gateway limit, one VPN gateway per virtual network, but can connect to multiple locations. VPN gateway types: policy based, route based. Policy based is something which is statically defines IP address for encryption, and it is very suitable for simpler predefined traffic patterns. Route based, yeah, it uses IP routing to decide tunnel interfaces for packet transmission, and preferred for dynamic environments and on-premises devices. So now in this flow diagram, if you will see, right, S2S VPN, right, where we have taken the example of on-prem and some other cloud. So you can take it as example that how exactly this S2S is working. So this is your S2S where there is IPsec connection. This is one of the tunnel, okay, and then there is Azure VNet connected to your VNet. And here is it is a hub basically. It can connect to virtual multiple virtual networks, right? This is one of the gateway, and here is spoke VNet 1, and it can be more and multiple virtual network basically. Now you will, if you will see the point to site VPN, which is the remote location we were talking, okay, where they are using the VPN client which is installed in users operating system, right? So this we can do if you don't have any kind of on-prem VPN. You can use this VPN to connect securely to your environment, that is a point to site VPN. Now high availability VPN configuration, that is active standby, active, ExpressRoute failover, and zone redundant gateways. All these you can go through basically, but the very important part in this is ExpressRoute failover, which generally always ask in the AZ-900. Okay. So ExpressRoute failover we use when there is some failover. In that case, the VPN, another VPN gateway starts working. How? You can see this with an example. There is one of the VNet, right? And VPN gateway is here, and ExpressRoute gateway is also here. So one of them is failing, right? If ExpressRoute is going to fail, correct, then the VPN gateway is already here. So that's what we say the ExpressRoute failover VPN. Now let me show you the some practical of that VPN which we were talking about. So I'll show you some glimpse. So what you have to do, you have to write here virtual private network, or you can just write the VPN, that is also sufficient. Okay, go in this services. Okay, now you can see virtual network gateways, right? That we call it as VNG, virtual network gateway. Okay, you have to go there, right? You will have to create one of the VNG, one of the gateway to connect to someone, some other gateway, right? So how you are going to connect, you have to click on create, right? And in the basic steps, you can just whatever the subscription you have, you can just name the VNG. So I'm just giving the VNG sandbox. Okay, now the gateway type it is asking, so I'm going with the VPN. Okay, here is the SKU. It depends on you which actually you want to go with, right? So if the current SKU is basic, standard, or high, you can just read all these things, which whatever you required as per your use cases, you can go through with that. Okay, now generation, you can choose whatever you want. Virtual network, okay, for that you will require the virtual network. If you do not have, just create it. Let me again create it here. Okay, so VNet sandbox, resource group you can take from here, sandbox one, and everything should be the same one. Just click on OK. Okay, now this VNet are going to be created. Public IP address, you can if there is something, you can use the existing one. If you do not have anything, just click on create new. Just click on public IP address name. So I will write VNG sandbox IP. Okay, public IP address SKU, you can choose based on the active mode. You want active or different, this depends on you. Okay, I'm going with the active. Now second public IP address, it is asking in case the first one is having some issues, right? So VNG sandbox IP2. Okay, again configure VGP, I am just keeping it as disabled. Authentication information, you can enable it if you want, some of the key which is required, right? So it's best to keep it as enabled, and you can keep your key vault access, right? So let's click on next tags. Okay, here you can give the tag, whatever the tag you want, right? And just review and create. So once you will create, your VNG is ready, virtual network gateway is ready. Okay, so that's how you can just create the virtual network gateway.